welcome. If you could just state your name and spell your last name, and you'll have 3 minutes when you start speaking.
Okay, thank you. Once my name is spelled, because I'm
Yes, once your name is spelled. Yeah, I know it's
okay,
a long one.
I got this timed out. My name is David Scholten. I'm a parent of a second grader at Richmond Elementary School and a Creston educator. My last name is spelled Scholten. Proclamations like the one we just heard now should be celebrations of the strength, resilience, and excellence of our educators of color. Instead, in this current context, these proclamations become harmful gaslighting statements that obscure the true nature of PPS's relationship with its educators of color and women educators who dare to speak about the true PPS. Portland Public Schools has the audacity to say it is aligned with this proclamation, yet through its actions, PPS shows us that not only is it unwilling to help mitigate the systemic harm faced by Asian, Black, and women educators, rather they are fully committed to perpetuating it. Asian American educator Brian Chu brought forth concerns around the lack of community engagement for the I-5 expansion project and its impact on Tubman students and families. In response, PPS acted swiftly to silence his voice, opening an investigation and placing him on administrative leave, even in the face of massive student and community opposition. The name of the department and the two people instrumental for this act are Portland Public Schools Employee and Labor Relations, headed by Genevieve Rowe and Sara Fitch. But the harm they cause is not limited to the targeting of Asian American educators. Black educators are also being put under investigation by Genevieve Rowe and Sara Fitch, as they are held to double standards when compared to their white colleagues. I have witnessed this personally as Miss Lovely, Abernathy's only Black educator, was driven from the classroom.
Mr. Scholten,
yes.
We generally don't hear personnel complaints as part of this public testimony. We generally refer those
It's
to
not a
the
personnel
superintendent.
complaint. It's
So
not a personnel complaint. It is
So
identifying the people who are instrumental in implementing the systemic racism in our district.
So if I
I've
could
also
just,
been reading
so Mr.
about two-
Scholten,
yes.
if I could just ask if you could.
I'm not going to not say their names. We got the clock paused here, right?
Yeah,
The
Mr.
clock
Scholten,
paused.
you'll get your full time. If you could, I want you to have time to make the statements you want to make about the district. If we could just keep the personnel issues out of your testimony.
It's not
I
a
would
personnel
appreciate
complaint.
that.
I'm
It
not-
sounded like you've mentioned people who are under investigation and people who are responsible for it. which
Yes,
is just
I have,
generally something
and
we-
I have Miss Lovely's permission, So that is not a privacy violation.
So the issue.
Thank you.
we can't.
So
I'd like to continue. I've prepared these remarks, and I'd like to continue. I've also been reading about two respected Black educators at Ockley Green, Ms. Harris and Mr. Damon, who are currently under investigation even as their community grieves their absence. Courageous women educators are currently raising concerns about the lack of safety for women and girls in our schools. Instead of acting to address concerns of sexual violence and intimidation, Genevieve Rowe and Sara Fitch, in clear violation of Title IX, target these educators with bogus investigations in an attempt to silence them. Yep. That yellow light's off right now. So that yellow light needs to get fixed. That yellow light's off. So that's got to get fixed. Make no mistake. Genevieve Rowe and Sara Fitch are using race and gender to divide educators and scare them into silence. These are union-busting tactics, attempts to weaken educators' collective strength by making examples of our most courageous colleagues who refuse to be silent in the face of injustice they see in PPS. Who conducts investigations into the people who head the investigation department? Where is the accountability? Where is the accountability for people like Sara Fitch and Genevieve Rowe, whose actions harm female educators and students and educators of students of color? Superintendent Guerrero, Mr. Garcia, and Board of Directors, on behalf of targeted educators across the district, I demand an immediate investigation into Genevieve Rowe and Sara Fitch's racist, sexist, and unlawful practice of unfair investigations. I
Thank
also
you for your
demand that
comments,
all
Mr.
PPS
Scholten.
employee and Labor Relations Department employees be placed on paid administrative leave
Mr.
pending
Scholten,
the outcome of this investigation.
I'm not going to shout you down.
All PPS
Thank you for your testimony. Can you turn his mic off? Great.
In beautifully worded proclamations, and what it does to drive educators of color and vocal women educators from our district. Thank you.
So we're going to move on.